All right, good morning, gentlemen. Professor Shoemaker and Professor Vermerland here today. And this should wrap up our announcements for the day. Unless you have questions, we'd be glad to get on with you. So I'm going to move some windows around and whatnot. Professor Vermerland can't see what I'm doing on my window right now, but he is in the conversation right here. Obviously, you see him on the video. And the D2L has been populated with both the news item for assignments, and the quiz is on there. The quiz will be available starting at 8 a.m. tomorrow, and that quiz will close at 9 p.m. tomorrow night. There's 4 videos on there. Obviously, you can watch them over and over again to get the content that's inside. And I created one for underground cable that you can watch. So be sure to watch those, and when you're done watching those, complete those assignments. So I'm going to exit full screen here, and I'm going to show you Professor Vermerland's D2L. Now, what I'm able to do here is I'm able to switch from him, and you'll see right here, from a professor to a student. So when you log into D2L, you're going to have to go to ELW 211. That's the course that we're in right now for online learning. Let's move Robbie out of the way here. Robbie, you're sitting right in the middle of the screen, dude. Okay. And you'll see that what I did here is I logged him as a student. So when you go into ELW 211, this is what you should see right away. April the 1st, group 2, 3, and 4 assignments and quiz. I'll scroll down here a little bit. The group 2, 3, 4 assignment, watch these video in preparation for quiz questions, and there's your 4 videos to watch. And also I included the ELW 114 lab schedule for the day. So everybody that's outside with Professor Vermerland for the lab portion, there's a list of that students in there also. All right. So obviously these are easy to do. Watch the video, they'll pop right up for you. Once you've watched the videos, then you're going to go to your assignments, quizzes, and you'll have an April 1st, groups 2, 3, and 4 ELW 211 quiz. Go ahead and complete that quiz. Okay? All right. Obviously, it's not available right here because it's not time yet. Let me go back. One special point to all of this, gentlemen, and Professor Vermerland, you can chime in here whenever you want to, is that, and this is important, for those people doing the ELW 114 for your day, you are not, I repeat, not required to do the ELW 211 part. Okay, so you can just bypass everything on your climbing day in the online learning. Try to make it as easy as possible. So don't worry that you think, well, I got to go climb and test and practice for a day, then I got to go home and do ELW 211 courses. No, you do not. Okay, Professor Vermerland, anything you want to add there? Yeah, Professor Vermerland has the keys to my D2L, and I have the keys to his, so we're able to update that in that fashion. So, well, and I could see the question coming up. Well, what did I miss on the day that I climbed? I got it, guys. I have it under control. I'm going to backtrack, give you what they had the day before for 2, 3, and 4, and give you the 1 stuff. Don't worry. Over the full scope of how many weeks are left? 6? Yeah, the full course of the 6 weeks, everybody's going to get the same information, and you're going to be tested on the same questions. Everybody's going to have the same learning capabilities and stuff to be able to go on there. Special note here, and we'll reemphasize again, that your attendance on the field is counted, and your attendance is counted when you complete the quiz. So when the quiz is completed, I count you in attendance for that day. Make sure you get those quizzes done. If you're still having difficulties logging into WaveNet, let me know that's happening, But then call WaveNet. I know I've got one student out there that really had some extreme difficulties getting into WaveNet. Uh, you know who you are. If you need to call me, let me know. But the last email that I saw, you were taken care of. I don't want to call you out by name, but if you're having problems getting into WaveNet, let me know that that is a problem, and we'll go on from there. Okay. One thing that popped in my head when I stepped outside and smoked my, hourly cigarette was, what happens if it rains? Well, we'll move completely to online. That way you'll be able to keep up with that day for everybody online, and we'll double stack a day of half day, one class, half day another class, then another day half day one class, half day another class, and we'll just take away 2 on 1 from 2 classes. We're really flexible, and the great thing about this right here is Professor Verlin's got the same 16 and I've got the same 17 students. So we can move things around, we can fit things into shape and make sure everything's going to work out correctly for everyone. Remember, our final intentions here is to have everybody get a graduate and be able to walk into a company and be able to do what every other graduate does, is to be able to be a starting lineman and be able to know what to do as far as line work is concerned. Anything you want to add there, Professor V? Mm-hmm. Agreed, 100%. And, we've had to step it up and do different things as far as professors are concerned to get you squared away. And I would ask that everyone else in the class work as, a team with social distancing and, step it up a little bit and be able to go on too. Another thing I'd like to add, and I know I've got a lot of resumes from you, is this is definitely something you want to throw into a resume. Because I'm sure companies going to ask, well, how did you get your certificate while COVID-19 and the coronavirus is going on? And it sure would be great to put down on there, well, myself, my class, and the professors, we worked together to work out a schedule to be able to get our overhead climbing done. So we only had 10 students. I mean, put a little detail to that and let them know we had to take on some of our own responsibilities, some of our own initiative to be able to get through that class. I mean, that's going to look, in my consideration, stellar, because that's going to be I know is going to be a question by your corporations out there. Well, you graduated. Do you think you got a second-rate education because of because of the coronavirus? And your answer is going to be no. And I said we had to do things differently. We had to improvise, overcome, and adapt to the situation, and we got through it, and we did well. So definitely that's something to, a good interview question is going to be asked of you, and something to definitely put down in your resume. So in wrap up here, I know we're using a good bit of different methods. By all means, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's going to be vital as far as you getting your assignments and information for lectures. And that information, we're using Remind, and I'm using Remind more on the basis of here's something new, go check it out, or you contacting me. Really, Robbie and I got Marco Polo, but we just used it a couple times. And I was talking with my daughter, and she was using Zoom for her classes. So we are on Zoom right now, and it seems to be working very, very effectively. We've been on it pretty much all day. We've had 4 or 5 students come in and out of the meeting we've got right here asking questions. So by all means, I would highly recommend that you get Zoom, put it on your phone. It's really lightweight, doesn't use up all your battery. Do remember that when you do install it on your device, whether it be a laptop, tablet, or your phone, that you have to allow recording of both your audio and your video if you want to send out video. And when you enter the channel, everybody's muted. That's just a convenience type of thing for when you get 20 or 30 people in the channel. Everybody's trying to talk over each other. So don't get frustrated and leave. I have to unmute you as the host to be able for you to talk or show video. So Robbie, to recap here, any information or anything that you want to go over with them? Okay. Once again, if there's any questions, I'm pretty much leaving the Zoom meeting open all day long. Zoom right now had a 40-minute limit, but educators now have unlimited access to it. I might not be sitting at the PC, so if there's something you need to talk with me or Professor Vermelin about, I'm pretty sure that he's going to be available pretty much a good amount of time. Send us something on Remind and let us know to come to our PCs, and we'll be glad to talk with you. With that, gentlemen, I'm just going to get things squared away here and get ready to end the recording. Once again, we are here for you. If you've got any questions, please feel free to give us a call. Robbie, have a good day, bud. All right.